Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Robert E. Rich All-High Stadium for an April version of Friday Night Lights. Tonight, we present you with a titanic AA matchup as the Quakers of Orchard Park High School set foot on the all-high turf to tangle with your very own Bennett Tigers! And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as we honor America and all those who protect us with the playing of our national anthem. That was good timing. I got jerks all over that.
We're good today.
Well, you're going to be the future Josephine, the future psychic. I can see you wearing the big hat on something. And once again, fans, we would like to welcome you to All-High Stadium for another exciting season of high school football right here in the city of Buffalo. And fans, just as a reminder, the New York State Public High School Athletic Association does require officials to enforce all sportsmanship rules for both athletes and coaches. We will not tolerate negative statements or actions between opposing players, especially trash talking, taunting, or baiting of opponents. If such comments are heard or actions seen, a penalty will be assessed immediately. We have been instructed not to issue warnings. Let's let tonight's contest reflect mutual respect between both teams. And as the captains get ready to gather at midfield for the opening coin toss, let's take a moment and introduce to you tonight's head coaches. First, for the visiting Quakers, Mr. Craig Dana. And for the Bennett Tigers, Mr. Steve McDuffie. Joined by number 23, Dylan Evans.
Good evening, Western New York High School sports fans, and welcome to WNYathletics.com for yet another huge Section 6 high school football matchup. We are coming to you live from All-High Stadium in Buffalo for tonight's clash between the Bennett Tigers and the Orchard Park Quakers. John Simon here alongside Tom Prince. And Tom, both these teams heading into their last game of the regular season tonight in pretty solid position to make the playoffs, but this still a big matchup tonight with playoff seeding on the line.
Absolutely. There's still the 1 seed, 2 seed, 3. Anything could happen here. We've got a big game going on in Lancaster where Lancaster will be taking on Frontier. If Lancaster wins, they get the number 1 seed. A loss, though, can drop them, and a win by Orchard Park can move them into the number 1 seed right there. Bennett still, with a win, can get to the number 2 seed. We got a lot of things going on in this game. We're going to see the battle of 2 sophomore quarterbacks. Right now, we're going to see one of them come to the front. And Mr. Gasella, boy, I'm going to tell you, this kid's a leader, and we're going to talk about him multiple times throughout the game.
We're going to get to see the Orchard Park Quaker offense first. Orchard Park, as you see in the white uniforms tonight with the maroon tops, 1st and 10. Going to be a handoff here and a nice run out to the right side. Gets just about enough for a first down there. And that's Tommy Sullivan with the carry there.
Tommy Sullivan, their leading rusher right now this season. He had a Conley Cup nomination last week as he got recognized. No doubt, with 440 yards, 78 rushes on the season, Tommy's been leading the way rushing.
So that was just short of a first down. He got 9 on that first rush, and now he gets enough for a first on that 2nd and 1 carry. But we got a couple flags, so that could bring this one back for the Quakers.
Tell you, take a look at the line right now for Orchard Park. You've got that big line that we've heard about Orchard Park always have year after year. You're going to see that line play come into play right now because that's going to be something where we always talk about, especially in these double-8 matchups, the battle of the trenches. Who's going to win the battle of the trenches? And right now, you see both teams are ready to go right now in the trenches.
So that last penalty backs Orchard Park up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Both these teams coming into this game on pretty good win streaks. Orchard Park at 4-0, Bennett at 3-1 on the season. However, the Tigers have won each of their last 3 games after dropping the opener to Lancaster. And we're still waiting for this 2nd and 7 snap here. Looks like officials, players on the field now ready to go. Gasella going to throw that one, and that one is just knocked away. Nice coverage there by the Bennett secondary.
It looks like Jeshion Pearsall was the one who actually dove and knocked that one down. Great job defensively there by Pearsall.
So they'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Orchard Park. Quakers looking to avoid going 3 and out on their first drive. That would certainly give a lot of momentum to this Bennett defense, who gave up 25 points last week to Frontier in a 30-25 victory. Now dropping back on 37. Long ball down the sideline. Incomplete there. Was looking for Dylan Evans.
Dylan, this is going to be a connection you're going to hear about for multiple years. You've got Evans right now as a sophomore. You got Ben Gasella, your quarterback, as a sophomore. I'm telling you, this connection is going to be big, and we're going to be hearing about it for the next couple of years.
So Gasella and the Quaker offense held to a very minimal start on their opening drive. Bennett ready to return this punt. They got 2 guys back around their own 40. Orchard Park going to send this one away. It's Bryce Kirk, and that one bounces at the Tiger 35 and goes way back inside the 20. Bennett's not even going to field that one. Howard going to let it sit. And Orchard Park is going to down that right at the Tigers 12, it looks like.
So, John, we're going to flip it now because now you got a sophomore quarterback that's going to come out for Bennett. And you're going to see Antonio Davis III come out. We've got 2 sophomore quarterbacks going head-to-head. Boy, does it say a lot right now for this AA division when it's right now led by 2 of the top teams are both led by sophomores.
So we'll see this Tiger offense for the first time. As I mentioned, they're coming off of a 30-point win, 30-25 win over Frontier, but they scored 30 points in that one. In fact, they've scored 30-plus in each of their last 3 games on this win streak. They're going to have a long way to go if they want to find the end zone on this first drive, starting from their own 13. Going to hand it off and just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage there. Pearsall. And that was McDuffie on the carry there. And he got enough for a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9.
You're going to see 3 running backs probably run the ball here for Bennett. McDuffie, Pearsall, and then we may see Tolliver get a chance to run the ball, also the freshman there. 3 big running backs that can do it. If they go to the air or when they go to the air, watch for the Lewis guys. Kevin Lewis, number 13, is huge. Watch him.
Under center, it's going to be a run, and McDuffie bobbled the football. He looked like he was able to regain control of it. Luckily, even despite having a trio of Quakers around him, he didn't lose it. And on that nearly broken down play, he's able to pick up a couple yards.
And stopped there by number 34, Cross Rapini. Cross is right now a junior there at Orchard Park. Started last year as a sophomore, another big linebacker in the area.
Yeah, 6'2", 240, certainly a nice frame there in the middle of the Orchard Park defense. Going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Tigers here, looking to avoid the same fate as the Orchard Park offense on their first drive. Looking to throw there, and that pass intended for, as you said, Tom, one of the Lewises. Kevin was the intended recipient, but that one just a little high.
Good, though, pass protection there. Alice Crescente does a great job defensively there for Orchard Park to be able to bring up the 4th down right now. And Bennett now is going to kick off to Orchard Park because we got both defenses stepping up here early.
Orchard Park's punt returner only at the Tiger 45. Trying to see which way the wind is blowing out here, seeing if the Tigers are kicking into the wind. Looks like they're going to get a decent punt away. It's going to land around the 35 and take somewhat of a Bennett bounce. And they'll have to down that around their own 38.
John, it looks like the wind is going from the Orchard Park sideline to the Bennett sideline. Kind of a crosswind is what it is. That's at least, but you see, it's a constant change of directions. That wind is kicking and no doubt will have an effect in this game, not only in the kicking game, but also in the passing game.
Yeah, we've seen both teams look to throw on 3rd down so far in this game, and both attempts were incomplete, so throwing the ball could definitely be a struggle tonight. But you said it, Orchard Park has the line play. Bennett's got the speed and the strength on their side as well. So both these teams, I think they'd be okay with sticking to a ground attack. But on 1st and 10 from the Bennett 37, Orchard Park going to run it. Up the middle is a nice gain there. That's Sullivan again. Busts up the middle for about a gain of 25 almost.
Listen, we talked about this prior to just as the start of the game. If you're going to run the ball, you're going to run it behind a big line, right? A strong line, and you got to win the battle of the trenches to run the ball. And that's exactly what we've seen early on Orchard Park start to do.
Yeah, that Orchard Park front 5 just towering over the Bennett defensive line. Here's Sullivan again, and this time he snuffed out quick. Pearsall on the tackle there for the Tigers, and that might have been a loss of a yard or 2.
We've got our first score update already.
Oh, look at that.
We've got Jamestown up 7-0 as Drake throws a 22-yard TD pass to Rojas. That connection has been unbelievable so far this season.
Jamestown looking to complete an undefeated regular season and get the top spot in Class A. We get a timeout here from Orchard Park. 8:21 to go in the first, and the Quakers right now on that big run by Sullivan just a couple plays ago, looking, right down the hole of the Bennett defense, looking to get the first score on the board for either side.
Yeah, I mean, Sullivan has been running the ball real well. Like I said, with a Conley Cup nomination last week, has done a fantastic job running the ball. But like I said, to run the ball as effective as you want, it's all about line play. It's all about those guys opening up the holes. And this was going to be the year where Orchard Park went back to those big lines that we saw and we heard about in the past, and that's exactly what they're here to do. And you can see, Drew Forster, number 77, right, senior, 6'6", 330 pounds. Does that give you an example of what the line play is? Number 78, Chris Smith, senior, 6'2", 350 pounds. These are the lines that we always talked about in the past, and we knew that this line was going to be really good for Orchard Park this year.
Yeah, they're, like I said, you can just tell just by looking out on the field the size difference between them and Bennett. Bennett doesn't have too many guys over 240 on their roster, so Orchard Park, at least size-wise, definitely has the advantage over Bennett, and that offensive line helping the Quaker run game right now. 2nd and 11. Going to hand it again to Sullivan. He's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but is brought down by a pack of Tiger defenders there.
Looked like Bradbury was the first one in on the tackle for Bennett. But just talk more about some of this line play. Boy, I'll tell you, here's a kid I've loved watching. Ever since he was young, this kid has been phenomenal on the line. Matt Baska. I love watching this kid. I'm telling you, a true leader out there, senior. He's 5'11", 265 pounds. And we'll go over a couple more here in a minute.
Yeah, he was the Quakers' captain today at the coin toss at midfield just before opening kickoff. And this time, Gasella's going to run it himself. The ball popped out, but we got flags back by the line of scrimmage.
It looks like it's going to be a hold against Orchard Park, but they do land on it. It looks like number 4, Keegan Mancabelli, actually comes up with it to make sure it's not a turnover. But I want to recognize someone else on the line, number 54, Eric Dietz on the defensive line, 6'3", 260. You can hear unbelievable the size of these lines. Tell you, Eric Dietz, another one. Watch out. Seen him since he was young play. This kid has got what it takes on the line. He is absolutely another one of the leaders out there for the Orchard Park team.
So this will back the Quakers up considerably. It backs them about 15 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 22 from the 25-yard line of the Tigers. They don't got to get a touchdown necessarily to keep this drive alive, but they got to get pretty close. Clock running inside, 7:15 to go in the opening quarter. Scoreless right now between Bennett and Orchard Park. Gasella puts a receiver in motion, quickly looks to his right. He's able to complete that one to Evans, who dives forward for maybe another yard, but the Quakers don't get much on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, that penalty looks like it's going to be real costly here to Orchard Park.
So now the Quakers will have a decision to make. They're in the Tigers' end of the field, and they're right around the halfway mark of that side of the field. They're at the Bennett 25. Now, you can go for it on 4th down here, but they got a lot of yards to get. But the worst-case scenario, Tom, you're Orchard Park, you like your defense. Worst-case scenario, you pin Bennett deep in their own end.
Or you throw an interception. It's just like punting it anyway, So
Gasella's going to look to throw on 4th down. Looks over the middle, is able to complete it. There to make the catch was Jeremy Copeland. Picked up about 10, maybe 12 yards on the grab. Again, it's short of the 1st down, but it's a little bit of a boost there for the Orchard Park defense as they're going to get a great spot here. Bennett's going to have to start inside their own 10, even, I'd say closer to their own 5.
Another scoring update for everybody as Grand Island takes a 7-0 lead over Niagara Wheatfield. Tyler Weigel, a 16-yard TD run for Grand Island.
The Vikings still in the hunt for a playoff spot in Class A as well.
For a possible 2 seed,
That's
too,
right.
After getting blown out by Jamestown.
So Bennett on 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it. I believe that was McDuffie on the carry. We'll see once he pops out of the scrum. That was actually Pearsall that time. So now we see the second of that running back stable that Tom mentioned a few minutes ago. And Pearsall, another young player on this Tiger team, just a freshman, but a pretty big 9th grader at that time, 6'1", 190.
And on that tackle was number 75, Benjamin Cicilewski, the junior, another one, right? 6'2", 265.
Got Pearsall in the backfield again, but instead it looks like they hand it off to the fullback and maybe able to get another yard or 2 on that one.
Once again, going straight ahead, play results in a gain of 1, maybe 2. So 3rd down now awaits the Tigers.
And that was actually a pretty nice gain for Bennett. They're going to have 3rd and manageable here. It's 3rd and 4. They're at their own 15. So Bennett definitely in 3rd and manageable here. That last run, I believe, was Tolliver, the freshman fullback. He's there in the backfield again. And we got some movement now on the line, and that might help the Tigers here.
If it is, it'll be a 1st down for Bennett right there. Big 1st down that could be, and it looks like you already see Orchard Park moving back. It is against them.
And that's a nice thing for a young quarterback. You mentioned, Tom, both Davis, the 3rd, and Gazzella, sophomores, but you're facing a third down deep in your own end. It's a nice little boost to be like, all right, I don't have to worry about this now. We got the first down. I can kind of reset a little bit. It's nice to get those favors from the opposing defense every now and then. Inside 5 to play in the opening quarter, still scoreless. Davis the third drops back, sees some pressure, is able to get rid of it, but that pass a little short for his intended receiver. Was looking for Edgar Key the third on that one.
Yeah, big fullback right there. You'll see him actually go into the fullback position and do a lot. Between him and Tolliver, when you get those two into the backfield, two big backs in the backfield, bruising type guys that can do damage in the backfield.
Yeah, I feel like, when a lot of people, around Western New York try to characterize the Buffalo public school teams, most of them, it's a lot about their speed, their athleticism, the athletes that they have. But, this Bennett team for a long time has been about the power that they run with as well. 2nd and 10, going to get a reverse play here, and doesn't look like the Tigers are going to get much on that one. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. But that run was Tolliver again. But the Orchard Park front 7 do a nice job keeping the Tiger gains to a minimum right now. They didn't pick up anything on that last run. It's 3rd and 10 from their own 20. Davis the third with a couple receivers to each side. Drops back, looks to his left, gets the ball away, and it looks like he made the catch. Yes, he did. That's Kevin Lewis. And there you go, Tom. You mentioned him before. And that time, Davis the third able to link up with his big receiver.
Kevin Lewis, get the ball to him. He'll make something happen. He's done it all season so far. And you knew that if you looked at the film in Orchard Park, I know looked at the film, this was a kid you had to prepare for.
Yeah, listed at 6'3". Not too many defensive backs are going to beat him for a jump ball like Davis the third gave him on the sideline there. But that's a gain of 20. Bennett nearing midfield, 1st and 10. They're going to hand that one off to Dominic Howard, but he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage and brought down to the turf.
It looked like the one on the tackle right there was number 44. We've talked about him running the ball today, but Tommy Sullivan comes up big right there.
So that'll be 2nd and 10, and got a fast-moving first quarter right now as neither team has gotten on the scoreboard yet.
And not a lot of passing, right? Both running the teams running the ball. When you run the ball, that clock just keeps ticking. Not a good chance to be able to stop the clock then.
So 2nd and 10. Davis going to hand it off to McDuffie. Gets maybe a yard there after plowing through the line of scrimmage.
Short gain on the play, couple of yards, maybe 3. We'll call it 3rd down.
And I believe that was a nice tackle by Benjamin Sisileski. Another one of the big guys up front for the Quakers.
Yeah, we talked about him a little earlier, making a big. He's already had a couple tackles in this game early. He's coming up big. And again, as he switches out and comes in for him, again, is Matt Baska, who we've talked about on the line.
Should mention this Orchard Park team has a 2-game win streak right now against the Tigers. They beat Bennett once in the regular season and then again in the playoffs back in 2019. But the Tigers won the last meeting here at All High back in 2018. On 3rd and 7, Davis the third rolling out, able to find Howard with a nice pass, but only going to pick up maybe a yard there with forward progress before being met by basically half the Quaker defense on that far side of the field.
But the first one to meet up with him was number 34, Cross Rapini. He's the first one up there to make the tackle as the rest of his team joins in to help there.
Well, Bennett's on the wrong side of the field for this to be, a play running 4-down territory, so I expect the Tigers to punt here.
Pass complete to number 6, Dominic Howard.
They're still at their own 43.
Yep, you'll see number 7, Jaden Lewis, actually do the punting, so he actually steps back for that.
That's a good snap. Plenty of time to get it away. Might have shanked it a little bit, but gets some good length on it. Goes out right around the Orchard Park 39, and that is where the Quakers will come out for their next series. As I mentioned, the last time Bennett and Orchard Park played here at All High was back in 2018 in the playoffs. The Bennett Tigers defeated Orchard Park 51-27 to advance to Ralph Wilson Stadium. That's what I'm still going to call it because I don't remember what the new name for it is, honestly.
And actually, that year, Orchard Park had won in the regular season
Yep.
and then ended up losing to Bennett in the playoffs.
How about that? The last 2 years that these teams have played, both games took place in the same location. Last season, both at Orchard Park. 2 years ago, both at Bennett. There, though, we get a nice first down run again from Sullivan. Picks up about 6 on that carry. And these teams could very well meet again, as soon as next week in the playoffs. If
Absolutely.
Lancaster wins, this could be the 2-3 matchup. And inside a minute to play now in this first quarter, 2nd and 4. Sullivan going to get another carry. Tries to break through the line there. Might have gotten another yard or two. And Orchard Park just continuing to keep it on the ground right now.
2 to go for the Quaker first.
Going to be 3rd and 2. They're at their own 47. Casella going to look over the sideline, change his call here. Plenty of time to get this play off before the end of the quarter. However, they might not be in any rush. They might be taking this thing all the way down to zeros. Casella takes the snap, hands it off. Sullivan again. Got just enough for the first down as he crosses midfield, but saw some yellow laundry getting tossed there. We'll see if it brings us back.
Don't be surprised this is a face mask.
And that could be a costly penalty if it's against Bennett. And that will be a face mask against the Tigers. So Orchard Park's offense going to get some huge help here due to the penalty. And that'll bring them all the way up to the Tiger 35. And this is the first time, really, that Orchard Park has moved into Bennett territory. Their last drive, they started in Tiger territory because Bennett punted deep in their own end. So Orchard Park right now on probably their best drive. But that'll end the first quarter. We are scoreless through 12 here at All High. Bennett, Orchard Park looking to secure their playoff seeding here in Section 6. We'll take a quick timeout, be right back for the second quarter here on WNY Athletics.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Good evening, Western New York High School sports fans. Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Second quarter underway here at All High Stadium between Orchard Park and Bennett in this Section 6 Class AA matchup. Final week of the regular season, and we're tied at 0 through the first quarter. John Simon and Tom Prince here, and the Quakers with the ball right now, driving midway through the Bennett side of the field, but looking to get on the board first right now, 2nd and 10. And going to get a flag here just as the snap is sent back to Ben Gasella. And after getting some nice yards on a Bennett penalty just a few moments ago, now the Quakers going to get backed up.
We got another score update coming from Jamestown as Jamestown takes a 14-0 lead on a 6-yard TD by Carter down there.
So Orchard Park going to see a 2nd and 15 now after that penalty. Ben Gasella back in the shotgun, has 3 receivers to his right before putting one in motion. Going to hand that one off. Sullivan getting some space to the left after breaking the first tackler, but then he's brought down. However, able to pick up some nice yards. It'll make it about 3rd and 10.
Pretty much gets back the penalty right there that was assessed. So 3rd and 10 is pretty much what you'll see here. So you expect Orchard Park to go to the air on this one. But it is in that area where you're in 4th down territories. You're going to go for it on 4th down. So it's make sure that you get some sort of chunk right here to make it some sort of manageable 4th down play for yourself.
Yeah, certainly don't have to pick up all 10 right now. Casella drops back, swings one out for Mancabelli, and he's able to pick up 3 on that one. So like Tom said, makes the 4th down play a little bit more manageable, and you got to assume the Quakers going to be aggressive on this call here.
Keegan, a true 3-sport athlete. You know, you've heard about him on the basketball court where he's been one of the starters for the last couple years in Orchard Park, but he's also a 14-foot pole vaulter for track and field and is recognized nationally and is somewhere where you could see him going track and field or multiple other sports at whatever he decides he wants to do for the future.
Goes over to the Orchard Park sideline for a breather after making that catch. Quakers moving in and out a number of players for this 4th down play. Going to be 4th and 8 from the 31, excuse me. And it looks like we're going to get another Orchard Park timeout. I believe that's their 2nd of the first half. And they're going to think this 4th down play over just a little bit more.
Listen, we've talked early around about Ben Casella, right? About him being a sophomore quarterback. But I want to put this in perspective, why this is such a good choice here for Orchard Park. You're talking about here another sport that he plays is baseball, right? Everybody knows I love talking baseball. I'm going to talk baseball, especially here in Western New York. This is a kid who is already come on to the Western New York stage as a catcher. So all of you that know baseball real well, a catcher is that leader out there in the field, right? Someone who calls pitches, somebody who calls what's going on in the game, somebody who takes command of a game. He's already done it on the baseball field, and there's no doubt it was going to equate to here in the football field. And you're talking about now you're getting that leader who already has shown that leadership potential, now bringing it out to the football field. And you've seen him leading right now to a 4-0 record for Orchard Park early on, shows exactly what Orchard Park was thinking.
And not only are they off to a 4-0 start, but they have put up some, pretty impressive point totals. 43 against Hutchtack week 1. They put up 21 against Clarence week 2, but they shut them out while doing so. And Clarence, they're a fringe playoff team. They could still be playing into May. And then they put up 35 on Niagara Falls and then nearly 50
They're
against
not
Will
a fringe.
North.
They're in right now.
Yeah.
They're with a win over Frontier. They're already in.
They'll be in? Okay.
Yep. It's Frontier who right now is the outside looking in.
So on 4th and 8, Gasella going to throw, completes that one, able to connect with Aiden Dempsey, and that's going to be enough for a Quaker first down.
Casella is under pressure but gets the pass away, and he completes it along the Quaker sideline. At the other end of the throw, number 7, Aiden Dempsey. Dempsey brought down out of
Big
bounds
throw,
right
big
at
catch
the
right there by the quarterback and receiver. Comes up big. That's a big first down right there. As we were 4th down, what we said, make it manageable. They go ahead, they turn it up, make sure it happens on their behalf. Now they're getting a chance to put this in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 20. Casella going to throw again, able to swing it out to his brother. That's Roman, and he's swung down to the turf after a gain of 2.
from number 15, Ben Casella, to number
And that's another great matchup right there.
A brother-to-brother connection play results in a gain of 2, so 2nd and 8 now coming up.
Second and 8, just about 8:30 to play in this one. Casella once again looking to the sideline, going to change up the call. Got 3 receivers out wide to his left. Going to hand it off to Sullivan. Tries to go up the left side there. Maybe got one before getting stopped by Bennett.
And on the tackle was somebody we've been already talking about, number 29, Jamario Tolliver. I've seen this kid now 3 games. I said, watch how good this kid gets. He's a freshman that's out there. I'm telling you, unbelievable what you've seen from a freshman. And just his instincts and the way he attacks right there in the hole is just unbelievable so far this season.
Orchard Park in the same formation, 3 receivers to the left of Gasella again. He's going to look to the right side, though, and a nice grab on the far side there. That one was able to connect again with Dylan Evans, and that sophomore duo picking up more yards for the Quakers.
Dylan does a good job of going to his back right there, right, and being able to get that catch. It was on his back hip right there. Does a great job of bringing it forward and making that catch.
First and goal from the 8. Sullivan going to get the carry here, and he goes up the middle for a nice gain. Cuts the distance to the goal line in half as he gets down to the 4. Well, they'll mark him at the 5. So second and goal, 5 yards is all the Quakers need to get on the board first. Going to hand it to Sullivan again. He might have gotten another yard or 2 before getting stopped. The Tigers doing their best to keep the Quakers out here. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Deary Crockett, number 10, as well as Tolliver, number 29, both in on that tackle right there. As you're going to see Bennett call timeout.
And the Tigers now call timeout.
So I just wanted to double check. You told me that Clarence was in, but both Clarence and Frontier are 2-2.
But Clarence has got to win over Frontier head to head.
But if Clarence loses today and Frontier beats Lancaster,
all right, what's a big if
we're
talking
playing hypotheticals here.
Right
I'm
now,
giving everybody a chance.
What you're saying is right now Clarence gets the tiebreaker. They're in. That's what I'm saying is they're in right now.
Right. So they're in with a victory. If they get a victory over Hutch Tech, they'll be in no matter what. But if they lose and Frontier beats Lancaster again, we're talking hypotheticals. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something that they weren't concretely in.
As of right now, they're the team that's in right now. So
but
that's why we're saying is
nothing seeding-wise, like we said at the top of the broadcast, is set in stone. There's nobody is firmly in place right now in the AA, at the top of that league.
They all have to at least win. If Lancaster wins, they are guaranteed the top spot. Right? Orchard Park needs a Lancaster loss to get that spot. They both win. Lancaster 1, Orchard Park 2.
Right. The only thing that really
we do have an update right now, so everybody knows. 37 seconds into the second quarter, Cody Phillips TD for Lancaster as they take a 7-0 lead over Frontier.
There you go. So Lancaster in front. The Legends playing for an undefeated regular season, playing for that top spot,
and playing for a 5-time sectional championship.
Right. Now, do you know if both Lancaster and Orchard Park finish this regular season undefeated, we got to figure out what the tiebreaker is for that. But 3rd and goal from the 3, handoff to Sullivan, and does he break the plane here? We're waiting for the signal from the officials.
No signal. They're saying he's down at the half-yard line.
Yeah. So the Quakers, they've been aggressive on 4th down a couple times in this game. And they're going to definitely go for this one here. And
it's a keeper by Gasella.
And it looks like he got enough.
He got in.
Yep, he got in. So Ben Gasella takes that 6'3", 200-pound frame a half a yard over the goal line and gives the Quakers a 6-0 lead here with 6:20 to go in the first half.
So just so you're aware, the tiebreaker is point differential, and Lancaster's already got that. That's the difference right there.
So that is what we're making clear for the public. We want to make sure everybody knows the situation for the playoffs. Extra point attempt now for the Quakers. That one up and good. Nice kick there from Bryce Kirk. So that brings the Quaker lead up to 7-0. 6:20 to go here in the opening half. And, you know, that's a big first score for the Quakers, because for Bennett to be playing from behind, there's not too many teams that have scored a lot on Orchard Park this year. They've only given up 22 points in 4 games, and that includes, 2 points against Hutch Tech and a shutout against Clarence. So if you're Bennett, you don't want to fall in too big of a hole against this Orchard Park team because this defense doesn't give up very much.
Yep, and Bennett's also, though, listen, nothing to sneeze at. A big loss the first week, 34-8, but that game was much closer than the 34-8 score, especially they didn't pull away till late in the second half. They've got a win over Will North, 44-21, a win over Hutch Tech, 34-6, and a big win, which was a come-from-behind win twice against Frontier. They were down, come back and win that game 30-25.
So the wind looks like it's picking back up a little bit, and Orchard Park is going to be kicking into the wind here. So that could help the Tigers a little bit as they haven't gotten the best of starting spots on their last couple offensive possessions.
Number 8, Bryce Kirk set to
So
kick
Kirk, fresh off the made extra point, ready to kick this one away. And he's going to keep it low. It's going to be fielded from around the 20. And that's Bradbury bringing it up for the Tigers, and he's able to get right around the 40 before being brought down. So a nice 20-yard return there.
picking the ball up right around his own 22-yard line, and a return straight up midfield before finally being brought down.
So Bennett looking to answer the Quakers score, the first of the game. This offense hasn't really gotten into too much of a groove yet so far. But plenty of time left.
No, but I did like when they went to the passing game. Are we now going to see them go more to the passing game and try to make something happen? They are going to bring their fullback out. Watch to see if they use their fullback to lead McDuffie.
Yeah, we got Key back there. McDuffie going to get the carry on 1st and 10, and he's able to scoot ahead for a gain of about a dozen. Crosses midfield with that carry, and that moves the chains for the Tigers.
We don't see a lot of teams anymore use that fullback or that wing back, right? In other words, they use it at different positions. Wing back, fullback, whatever you want to call it, depends on where they are out in the position on the field, right? But he has done, Key the third has done phenomenal leading the way.
McDuffie going to get another touch here, able to shake a couple Quakers off, and again, he's able to pick up the first. Back-to-back 12-yard runs for McDuffie. Has this Tiger offense rolling. They're now inside the Quaker 40.
But, John, give Key the credit here. You see the blocks and the holes that he's opening up? It's led by him. He's one of the big reasons for the 2 big runs already.
Key, a 230-pound junior fullback, once again lining up just ahead and slightly to the left of McDuffie. And now we're going to get a flag on that snap, and it's going to be bringing the Tigers back.
It's going to be a false start right there. As you saw that to play stop right there was a false start there by Bennett. We've got another scoring update coming from Jamestown. Jamestown a 21-0 lead against West Seneca West.
And we kind of might have expected that. That Jamestown Red Raider squad is just run roughshod through the A1 division so far this year.
I'll tell you, if this was a year we had a state championship, there would be no doubt that we'd see Jamestown at that stadium in Syracuse.
And these 2 clubs on the field tonight might be a little happy that the Jamestown is down a league this year. Or maybe they'd want to see them. 1st and 15 there. We got an incomplete pass by Davis III looking for Lewis, but we got some flags thrown.
Yeah, this is going to be passing interference. As you saw Lewis really get hit on that one. Yep, and that's a passing interference. So this will be right now a 15-yard penalty that will go against Orchard Park. Another first down here for Bennett. Or it'll be close. I apologize because it was that penalty. So it'll be like right at the
yeah, so it'll be like a 13. They'll get about 12, 13 yards from that. Maybe. Oh, no, they're going to.
No, it's a 15-yard. It's an automatic 15-yard penalty. It's not the
so
spot.
they'll get the first.
Yep.
So they'll get the first there. Orchard Park's defense helping out Bennett there. Inside the 30 now. 1st and 10 from the Quaker 28. Davis III drops back, looks to the left side again, is able to complete it to Lewis. He's able to shake his defender and then gets finally undercut from his legs out beneath him. But that brings it down to the 10. The Tigers inside the red zone for the first time.
We told you, watch out for this kid. He can play wide receiver. He is something to watch. Goes back, take that ball, just like we saw Dylan Evans do on the last drive. Go behind him, take that ball, but then some great moves right there to get some yards after the catch.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. We get a whistle just before the snap. And it's going to be a timeout by the Quaker defense. They got to talk some things over as this Tiger offense has them a little bit on their heels right now.
But you're seeing, right, what we saw the difference here. We saw the fullback come out. We saw Key open up the hole. So McDuffie does some great job running right there. And then they go to the air where not one was completed, but they get the penalty and then a big completion out to Lewis right there. And that's exactly where we stand right now. But you're seeing that offense really starting to click right now for Bennett.
Yeah, and that running game was really where it all started. Like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, that's kind of, where teams are going to be able to take advantage in this one. The Orchard Park front line, both on offense and defense, has the size advantage on Bennett. But if they can get the run game going, keep this Orchard Park defense on the field, keep them moving, keep them on their heels, that'll certainly, benefit them. But this has been a back-and-forth game so far. It's only 7-0. It took a little bit of a feeling-out process through the first quarter or so, but these offenses have really come alive here in this second half.
There's a couple big kids, though, to watch out in Bennett that are big, and two of them, Rashad Perry as well as Thaddeus McDuffie. Watch out, two big players right there for that Bennett team also on the line play.
1st and goal for the Tigers. McDuffie going to get it, but he gets stopped right away. Going to be a loss of a couple yards there as Orchard Park able to get through the line rather quickly.
Loss of 2 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and still a goal-to-goal situation.
So that'll keep the clock moving. Inside 4.5 to go until halftime.
And I'll tell you, though, that's a big tackle right there by Ben Selesky. So I apologize, Ben, if we're not getting that name right. But Ben has been big. Already another big tackle that we talked about him today.
So this will back Bennett up 2 yards, still 2nd and goal. Davis the third, play action, gonna run it himself, takes it out of bounds, might have gotten a yard, but it looks like they're gonna spot him right back at the line of scrimmage, so it'll still be 3rd and goal from the 12.
It looks like right there that Eric Dietz is who runs him out right there to make sure he gets out of bounds.
It stops the clock at 4:02. This Quaker defense looking to make an impressive stand after a couple of big runs from McDuffie and a 15-yard penalty put Bennett inside the red zone. 3rd and goal from the 12. Couple receivers out to Davis's each side, really, but he's under center. Looks over the middle, completes it, and into the end zone goes Jason Pearsall.
Touchdown, Tigers! Pass is complete. That's number 3.
And that was, yeah, that was Bradbury actually was the recipient, number 9. Hard to read some of those numbers up here, but Bradbury, the recipient of that catch. And that makes it 7-6. Orchard Park, Bennett going to go for 2 here.
We could see this coming into play, right? Who actually converts on special teams? You will not see Bennett kick extra points. So getting the 2-point conversions are going to be big, or stopping the 2-point conversions could be the difference in this game, where we could be talking about special teams being the difference.
So that 12-yard touchdown pass to Bradbury gets Bennett within 1. And that, is a pretty nice way to complete the drive for the Tigers. Had to come up with points on that one. I know we're only in the first half still, but after a couple big runs and getting the help from the penalty, you want to finish that possession with points.
So we got a pronunciation here. It's C. Shelsky. So Ben C. Shelsky. I want to say thank you to Julie Fanuti out there who's listening to the broadcast. Thanks, Julie, for helping us out with the pronunciation right there. Ben, we apologize, but Ben C. Shelsky has been doing phenomenal so far on defense, and he's been coming up big for the Quakers.
So Bennett out of the timeout, going to attempt the 2-point conversion here. Davis third under center for this one. Going to hand it off and got some flags thrown. It looks like they got enough to get it. It was Pearsall on the carry.
But they didn't mark it. They were marking it down, so it's no good. Now it's going to depend on who the penalty was against.
So it's going to be against Bennett.
The penalty will be declined. Extra point, no good. So we've got a 7-6 ball game right here, John.
So nice break there for the Quakers. And we'll take a moment here before they get the ball back from Bennett.
Well, again, big break that it wasn't against the Quakers, but they stopped them, right? So it really was huge that they stopped them so they didn't have to worry about another play or another opportunity happen here for them. But listen, we've already seen early on in this game the 2-point conversion doesn't happen. That's going to come into play here, right? Because you're going to be talking about special teams being the difference in this game. Because if they've got to go for 2 every single time, it's going to come down to these 2-point conversions of whether who's going to win or lose this game.
So we got 4 minutes to play in this first half. Bennett won the coin toss but deferred for the second half, so they'll be set to receive the kick at the start of the third quarter. So if they could get a quick stop here, get the ball back with a couple minutes till halftime, they might be able to give themselves a lead before going into the break. They'll be kicking it away in just a moment here. It's going to be Lewis kicking it away for the Tigers. Going to land right around the Quaker 15. Evans going to return this one. And he's not going to even get back to the 20. Maybe going to get spotted right around there. We'll see where they mark it precisely. But nice job by the Bennett kicking team to get it deep in Orchard Park territory, relatively speaking, for most kickers.
Well, and this is probably the worst field position we've seen so far for Orchard Park, right, as far as in this game. They've really had really good field position if you think about for most of the game.
Well, they got 3:50 to work with until halftime. Sure, the Quakers are in no rush. Of course, they would want to finish this half with points and take a 2-score lead into the locker room. Going to get some movement on the line there, and that was Jaden Lewis of Bennett. He knew he went over, and that'll help the Quaker offense a little bit, move them up 5 yards.
Well, we knew this was going to be a close one, and it's exactly what it is. We've got the game we were looking for here, John.
Casella got trio of receivers to his right, one down at the near side of your screen, but he's going to swing it out there for Roman again. That's Casella, his brother, and he picks up about 8 on that one. Or 4, excuse me. Yeah, I forgot it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10.
Roman, I'm telling you, this kid's fearless. He will go across the middle, do anything for a catch. That kid is fearless out here in a football field.
So it'll be 2nd and 1. Casella going to hand it off from the shotgun. And we'll see if they got enough for the first.
I've seen pictures of Roman there with, I think it was 2 different broken noses so far in the last year. I'm telling you, this kid is a tough kid, and I've seen how tough he really is.
Yeah, 2 broken noses, no fun. But that carry was no gain for Sullivan. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Big score update. Frontier 58-yard TD tied at 7. Then Jamestown has an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to lead 15-7.
So on 3rd and 1 there, we get another handoff to Sullivan. Might not have gotten enough. We'll see where they mark it. But they're going to stop the clock and bring the chains out. This is going to be a crucial call, because if they're short, it would bring up 4th down. And no, they're not even going to bring the chains out. They're going to rule it a 1st down. That was strange that they just decided to make that call all of a sudden. So it brings up 1st and 10 for the Quakers at their own 30. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Going to hand it off to Sullivan. Gets some space to the outside. Gets across the 40. Picks up the first and then some more. Gets knocked out of bounds right around the 45.
Big run, right? You're getting yourself close to that Bennett, the Bennett side of the field right here. Orchard Park trying to put some points up on the board. Remember, they've got an opportunity that they've got a guy that can kick some field goals too if they get down close enough to where they don't have to worry about necessarily having to put it in the end zone.
Casella sending another guy in motion, going to take the snap, hands it to Sullivan, and he's going to push ahead, gets enough for the first down before being pushed back a little bit, but they're going to give him the forward progress. And Tommy Sullivan continuing to shoulder most of the load for this Quaker offense in the first half.
And I'll tell you what helps right now is that the clock stops as they always move the chains, right? So they're getting a chance to be able to stop the clock for that little bit, not having to worry about necessarily spiking the ball or do something to stop the clock right now. It'll do it for them as they keep getting these first downs.
They're in Tiger territory now, 1st and 10 from the Bennett 46. Casella handing it off again. Sullivan maybe got one there, but was brought down pretty quick.
Another scoring update from Jamestown as they take a 29-0 lead with 2 minutes left inside the second quarter.
Now we're in the final 90 seconds of the first half of this one. Orchard Park, like I said, not in any rush on this drive. They're set to kick the ball away to Bennett at the start of the third quarter. So they're going to want to make the most of this possession here. Gasella sees some pressure, able to step away, and he completes a pass to Roman again, able to pick up the first down, and is brought down right around the Bennett 30. But Roman Gasella, with a couple of big catches on this drive for Orchard Park now, helps the Quakers move it down the field again.
He's making his brother look good is what he's doing out there.
So they're at the 30 of Bennett. Now we're in the final 60 ticks of the half. Casella with 4 wide, 2 spread out to each side. Got Sullivan to his right. Now gets the receiver in motion. Takes the snap, looks left, fires looking for Roman again, and that one was tipped. Just getting a hand on that one was Kevin Lewis of Bennett. I think he got a hand on it.
Oh, he did. Oh, there's no doubt. Actually, Lewis gets a hand on it, but then so does Casella right after that. And both of them almost come up with big plays right there.
So Lewis using that long 6'3" frame to get in the passing lane there. It stops the momentum of Orchard Park just for the moment. But as I said, this Quaker offense has really found its rhythm in the second quarter. Going to be 2nd and 10. Running with the same 4-receiver set here. Casella looks to his right, completes that one, and it's a touchdown. Finding his classmate Dylan Evans. It's a 30-yard catch-and-run score, and the Quakers extend their lead 13-6 late here in the first half.
I told you to watch this duo right here. They have been great. It's been a great connection so far this season, and a connection we're going to be hearing about for the next couple years. Dylan's got the speed, he's got some great moves, and he comes up big as he gets open right there for the touchdown.
Well, we got Kirk on again for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and another good boot. And that gives them an 8-point lead. It's 14-6, Orchard Park on top. So the Quaker offense with 2 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes. 1 rushing from Gasella, and now he's got a passing one to add to his stats tonight. And that, bearing any big plays in the last 37 seconds here, the Quakers going to take a nice lead into halftime.
But a lead, remember, that they're going to need to worry about as far as the 2-point conversions right there. You're really going to have that come into play because it's a way that Bennett can easily come down and tie this game up with 1 score. So it's something to be ready for, and make sure you're ready for those 2-point conversions because I'm telling you we're going to be talking about the difference in this game.
They'll be kicking into the wind again here, and last time they were able to beat it. Kirk kept his kick relatively low, just kind of line drived it through the middle of the field. We'll see if they elect to do that again.
We got another score update coming from Lancaster. Lancaster with a 12-yard TD pass with 31 seconds left in the second quarter as they now have a 21-7 lead over Frontier.
And that, as we were talking about a few minutes ago, Lancaster playing for the top seed in AA, and Frontier looking to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah,
But
what would happen is if Frontier wins and Clarence would win, Bennett would be the team that gets knocked out.
yeah, that'd be
Right?
something.
But then you can also be talking about
And
Bennett.
that's only if Bennett loses. If they
Right.
win tonight, then
And Bennett could be talking about a 2 seed here because they'll both have one loss with Orchard Park and a win against Orchard Park.
Right.
So they still can get the 2 seed.
So they're going to have to hold the ball for Kirk's kickoff here. But again, he's able to get it almost to the Bennett
Oh.
20, and now it pops out. Dominic Howard with nobody near him coughed up the football, but luckily for Bennett, he's able to pounce on that one. They avoid a catastrophe there.
But again, no big deal, right? We forget about it. They still got 32 seconds. So will we get to see them actually take a knee or actually go for it somewhat here?
Yeah, they do have a choice. They could basically just eat the final 32 and tenths of a second left and just have another kickoff at the start of the third quarter, or they could run something. But we haven't seen much in the passing game from Bennett yet. We saw, Kevin Lewis made a nice catch, and Bradbury had the touchdown reception. But as far as moving the ball down the field, it's mostly been in the run game for them.
But watch Lewis. Both these guys can come up, right? Watch them in the passing game. And here we go.
Yeah, Davis the third going to look over the middle there, and it was incomplete. Was looking for Howard. And that one was interesting, Tom, because it was just a short pass over the middle. That would have kept the clock running.
And I don't want to also count out Bradbury. Bradbury's another one in this passing unit that can go out and do something also. I'm telling you, they've got receivers, and they all can catch the ball and do something after the catch. Those yards after the catch can be big.
So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 23. Davis the third backing up again, looks deep down the left side of the field, was trying to find Lewis. Couldn't find him in double coverage there. It falls incomplete.
Number 13, Kevin Lewis, is incomplete. Once again, no gain on the play, so third down now coming up for them.
But I like the aggressiveness we're seeing from Davis third right now. Also, they got the wind at their backs right now, so they are taking advantage of that. That wind could be blown into their faces when they switch fields at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, the wind's slow right now if you take a look at the flag. It's not blowing anywhere near what it has been earlier in the game.
Davis going to hand it off on 3rd and 10. And they were able to get a couple there on the carry from McDuffie.
So Orchard Park's going to make them punt this ball is what they're going to do. So you think what they're going to do is bring the house right now, try to somewhat go for a block right here and make something happen down in their territory.
Yeah, that'll be, the way to go if you're the Quakers. And Bennett, their punting hasn't been bad in this game, but it hasn't been perfect. The snaps have been good, but their punters have been holding it a little long. Orchard Park has come close to getting their hand on a kick or two. So we'll see if that pays off for them here. Even if they don't, block it and return it, they still got plenty of time left on the clock, 16 and a half seconds. Could recover it and run a play or even two before halftime.
Well, again, you've also seen the receivers on the other side, right? We've already talked about Evans. We've talked about Casella. We saw Aiden Dempsey come up big also out there. Keegan Mancabelli, right? There is receivers all over the place for Orchard Park that you could see them try to do something with one play.
Speaking of Mancabelli, he's back at his own 45 to return this punt. Got Jaden Lewis back again to kick it for Bennett. Going to punt this one from his own 15. And that's a little bit of a bad snap, but he's able to control it and gets a great kick away. Mancabelli's going to fair catch this one, and that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, that was as clear of a fair catch signal as it's going to get. Just a mental mistake there by Bennett. I believe that was Dakota Schroepspear on the tackle. But, yeah, Mancabelli doing a nice job to take the hit at least. But that's going to help the Orchard Park offense. That's going to get them, 15 yards further. That's a big difference with only 10 seconds left here in the half.
Well, you think about it. If they go 15 yards right here, you're going to talk about that should come down to the 40-yard line, right? 39-yard line. That's almost, they weren't too far away from that when they threw the touchdown, the last one, to Dylan Evans.
Yeah, that was a 30-yard score. They hit the 40, so it's definitely possible. So Orchard Park getting a big break here. Again, the flag's hurting Bennett. And if Orchard Park is able to strike here, that would be a huge blow to the Tigers to go down 2 scores into halftime.
So as they're talking it over right now, let's see what they decide to do here. Still talking it over.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, if you're Orchard Park here, you got a nice break from that play. You got to run something here. I don't think that they're just going to knee this out and take it to halftime. But who knows? Maybe they do elect to play it a little safe. It looks like they're going to re-punt the ball. Interesting.
So they're going to push him back. So they're going to take the penalty on the punt. So let's see exactly where they mark this off.
It doesn't look like they moved them back at all. It almost looks like they moved Bennett forward if they're redoing the punt.
No, they're getting a ball. Well, they're getting a ball right now.
Well, I'm just saying because Lewis was back at the
Right.
15
Well, look
when he
at-
punted
they're
before.
They're going. Watch. He's walking out to where the 4th down marker is right now. Now he's going to mark it off.
Yeah,
See?
there we go. Now he's going. But before, all
Yeah.
the players are just standing back at the original spot.
I don't think they realize what's going on, but they're going to take the 15-yard penalty right here is what they're going to do.
Yeah, and Bennett's got
Right.
to punt from their own end zone.
So that's what they're going to try to make them do. And then you see Orchard Park, you think they're just going to bring the house right now and try to see what they can to block this.
So they're going to redo the punt. Going to be 4th and 18 for Bennett. And as we said, they're not going to punt from their own end zone. It's going to be from about their own 5. But now Mancabelli on the other side of the 50. Another bad snap, and Lewis is going to have to run this one. He's got some space up the right side of the field. Picked up about 10 yards, but is cut down, and that decision to redo the punt ends up working out in major ways for the Quakers. They pick up an extra 15 yards on that, and they're going to get the start at the Bennett 26.
How about the tackle right there by number 50, Aiden Haley right there? He comes up big in the open field for that tackle. The senior defensive tackle, 5'11", 310-pounder, comes up big.
So there's only 2.2 seconds on the clock. The Quakers got enough time to likely only run one play here before halftime. Casella's got 4 receivers, 2 to each side. Gonna drop back, looks to the right side, gonna throw it. That one incomplete. It looked like he almost completed it for a second, but Dominic Howard able to get in front of that one and, just cause the incompletion. But that'll take us to halftime here through 24 minutes at All High Stadium. The visiting Orchard Park Quakers lead Bennett in this Class AA matchup 14-6. We'll take a quick timeout for halftime and come back for second half action here on WNY Athletics.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more. Your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more. Your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48 hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back to WNYathletics.com, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you may be watching. We thank you for tuning in, and we are just about ready for second half action here at All High Stadium between the Bennett Tigers and the Orchard Park Quakers. John Simon, Tom Prince here calling the action for you. And through the first half, the visitors are on top right now, 14-6. In Orchard Park, their offense really, coming alive in the second half, or second quarter, excuse me.
And almost had a chance to score there at the very end because of a penalty that they had to actually repunt right there. So we almost saw another scoring opportunity here for Orchard Park. But listen, Bennett started moving the ball the last time they had it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know towards the end here, I'm not counting that last drive with it. Literally, there was less than a minute left. Let's see, because the last time they had time, they moved the ball. Are they able to come out and start the second half like they need to? So scoring updates. Let's give them real quick scoring updates. Big one in Eden. JFK upsetting Eden right now, 38-0.
And Kirk going to kick this one away to start the third quarter. It's going to be returned by McDuffie, and now he's got some space up the middle, crosses the 45, gets all the way to the 50. And he was able to sneak into Quaker territory on that return. It was a short kickoff from Kirk. Kept it low and close to the turf, but ends up working out well for the Tigers.
And two more scoring updates as Grand Island is leading 35-0. Tyler Weigel scores for the fourth time in the first half for Grand Island, 35-0. And then the one other score is Salamanca is leading 19-14 over Randolph at halftime.
Well, a great starting spot here for the Tigers. They're going to be at the 47 of Orchard Park to begin this drive, and going to see a first down carry, for McDuffie, and he's able to run that out to the left for a gain of 5.
And Grand Island's actually playing Niagara Wheatfield is who they're playing. So good start, right? This is what we talked about, what they were going to do. And what led them on their last drive, if you remember, the use of the fullback, what we saw. And then they went to the passing game in key spots. What do we see right now? We see our fullback right out there. Look at them to run right behind them.
Yeah, Edgar Key out there once again, and it's going to be McDuffie in the backfield. That time he's got nowhere to go. Orchard Park snuffing him out quick, and there he is once again, Tom. You've called his name a couple of times. Rapini with the big tackle.
Yeah, he is big. He really has. He had an older brother who came through Orchard Park, too, and was also but his brother was more of a defensive end / running back. But I'll tell you, he took over right where his brother is, both huge football players, and made their presence known in Orchard Park.
It's a loss of 2 on that last play. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for Bennett from the OP 45. Davis, the third, drops back, gets a throwaway, and he's able to complete it. That was
fumble. It's out. Oh, they
let's see if they rule him down.
No, I think it's exactly what it is. Said that the play had stopped, ball is down.
Well, he was able to complete the pass to Kevin Lewis.
Yeah, no, that's a catch. It was a catch, and they said the play is dead. They're going to remove the chains for the first down.
So once again, we see Davis the third go to his 6'3" reliable pass-catching weapon in Kevin Lewis. able to get Bennett a huge first down there. You get that great spot off the kickoff time. You don't want to go 3 and out to start this half.
But again, what did we talk about? 2 key runs and then a pass to Lewis. It's been the recipe for success so far for Bennett.
Yeah, they're sticking with Key and McDuffie in the backfield, but play action here on 1st and 10, and looking there for Bradbury. He was looking for maybe a pass interference call, but that one falls to the turf, incomplete, no flags thrown.
Yeah, it looked like it almost slipped out of his hand a little bit in the throwing right there. He didn't get everything he wanted underneath that pass.
Bradbury, the receiver of Bennett's only touchdown in the first half. It was a 12-yard touchdown score. They didn't convert on their 2-point conversion, though, so that is why they sit at 6 points. But Tigers right now looking to even this thing up on this drive. 2nd and 10. Davis III going to hand it off. McDuffie trying to take it up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. And that actually wasn't McDuffie. That was Pearsall that time on the carry. And that's going to be a loss. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
So this is that interesting spot on the field, right, where you know you're going to go for it on 4th down here. So do you really need that big play, that pass play, or can you try to get a good chunk here even by running the ball to make it a manageable 4th down?
They're sticking with Jason Pearsall, the freshman running back, in the backfield. Davis III going to look to throw, but he's brought down before he can let go of that one. Eddie
Irizarry is what it is. Eddie Irizarry comes up big. Boy, I'll tell you, another one, Irizarry's brother who went through Orchard Park, who just graduated. He's actually right now in the military doing his thing. But Eddie comes up big. He is huge at the defensive tackle spot.
And that's going to make the 4th down a lot more tougher for Bennett. They were looking to maybe pick up some yards to make it 4th and manageable. Well, now it's 4th and long. They need 15 to keep this drive going. And it looks like the Tigers are going to punt here from the Orchard Park 41. Interesting call here. And it's a bad snap. And it's able to be recovered and kicked away by Lewis. And that's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Interesting call there from Bennett, but they get a decent spot out of it. Orchard Park going to have to start from their own 20.
Hey, I want to go back to Eddie there for a second, right? You're talking about here as a senior. I want you to look at this at defensive line. We're talking about the size of a lot of defensive linemen. A 5'10", 160-pound defensive lineman. And I'll tell you, he causes havoc every time he goes in. This kid, doesn't matter how big he is, great heart, and I love what he brings to this team. And he really does get access to the quarterback every time he's out there.
Well, the Orchard Park defense with a nice turnaround on that first series of the 3rd quarter. They are given somewhat of a tough draw, having only 45 yards till their end zone, but they get the stop. Now on 1st and 10, a bad snap, but Casella able to fall on it and keep it with the Quakers.
Loose ball on the play is immediately recovered by number 15, Ben Casella. Orchard Park retains possession. Loss of about
4 minutes gone by in the second half here at All-High Stadium. Orchard Park looking to cap off an undefeated 5-0 regular season. Bennett looking to improve to 4-1 and ride into the playoffs with a 4-game win streak. 2nd and 12, Casella flipping it out there. Sullivan, not much room to run, as getting him right away was Al McDuffie.
Yeah, McDuffie does a good open field tackle right there to get him down. The question will be, when it gets to playoff time, will there be a team to stop Lancaster to go for their 5-time straight sectional championship?
Yeah, I can't remember last team other than Sweet Home that's won 5 straight sectional titles recently. Orchard Park might have done in the 2000s. 3rd and 14 here. Casella's pass completed to Dempsey over the middle. He picks up 5 or 6 on that one, but that's still going to bring up 4th down. Quakers going to have to punt here. Nice stop by the Bennett defense, able to pin the Quakers deep in their own territory. They're going to punt from inside their 10. Tigers sending a couple guys near midfield to return the punt. Looks like it's Howard and Bradbury out there.
You realize the last couple of players we talked about all have older brothers that went through the program? Dempsey's another one.
So 4th and 9. Orchard Park going to punt this away. Kirk keeping his kicks low again. It bounces by the 40, and Lewis scooping it up.
Ooh.
Able to shed a couple tacklers, and now Orchard Park brings him down around the 41. But that was really an unusual return. Kevin Lewis wasn't the two guys back to return it. He was running back and to block, and he just kind of picked the ball up off the bounce. That was impressive.
He
made it look so easy.
But he really is impressive as a football player. I've seen him now in a couple games, and he really does some great things out there on the field.
Well, he's done a lot in the receiving game tonight for Bennett. Has come up with a couple big catches, but this Tiger offense still looking to find their groove. We're gifted with a starting spot of right around midfield to start their first drive. Now they get this one at the 40 of Orchard Park to start. They got to get something going. Now's the perfect time. 1st and 10. Play action. Davis the third getting it out there, and he's able to complete the pass to the big fullback, Edgar Key the third, and he picks up 4 or 5 with that one. Closer to 5. No, maybe it's 4. Whatever. It'll be 2nd and 6, around the 36 of Orchard Park. But we've seen Key the third assist in the run game a lot. There he gets his first catch. Now McDuffie in the backfield. Saw this combo work a lot in the second quarter for the Tigers. He's going to get the ball. Or no, he's not. It's a play action. And that one's intercepted. That one was picked off by Aiden Dempsey, and that was a highlight reel interception. Tommy brought that in with one hand.
Literally, that's exactly what he did. He goes up with one hand and brings it down as he's down low in front of the receiver and comes up big right there with the interception for Orchard Park. That's a big play, and that's a way to pick up your team right there.
Well, they fooled me, the Bennett offense. I thought that McDuffie was getting the carry there, but Davis looked to air it out. Once again, we see him throw where 2 Orchard Park defenders are, and that time the Quakers get a big break as Dempsey comes up with that one-handed pick. So they take over at their own 13. They're going to hand it off. And busting up the middle for a nice run there is Tommy Sullivan. Now he's up the right side, still on his feet, past the 40. He finally gets knocked down around the 45. They're going to mark him, I believe. Yeah, they're going to spot him right at the 45. But a nice 35-yard pickup there by Tommy Sullivan.
Rashard Perry does a good job, right? The big defensive lineman goes down and actually catches him. Give the defensive lineman credit for not giving up on that play.
So pick up a 32. I'm redoing my math there. Now they're going to give it to him again. This time he's dropped for a loss of a couple. Jaden Lewis in there for that tackle.
We have another scoring update coming from Jamestown. Jamestown a 35-0 lead over West Seneca West.
There's something else. Saw them put up 49 last week at Niagara Wheatfield, and that Falcons group is no slouch themselves. That Jamestown offense, so much speed. And, we've been talking a lot about the AA playoffs, but that top of the A1 and A2 divisions, the top 2 teams from both of those leagues, that'll be a fun couple weeks of playoffs as well. 2nd and 12. They're going to hand it off here. This time it's Rapini. He's able to shake a couple defenders before getting knocked out of bounds, but that was a nice gain there. That's a guy who we haven't seen yet get a carry for the Quakers.
No, but is a running back and can run the ball. Has been running the ball since he was young, right? And here he gets a chance to use that linebacker mentality as a running back, and he is a tough takedown.
Yeah, 6 foot, 195 Tommy Sullivan. That's one thing, but I mean, when you got 6'2", 240, Cross Rapini run at you. And now we get another fumble on the snap. Casella, it slipped through his hands. We'll see who recovered it. And it looks like it remains with Orchard Park.
Yeah, it looked like Rapini actually landed on it right there.
Well, that's the second time just in this half that Casella's had a snap slip through his hands, and he's had to promptly pounce on it. And that'll bring up 4th down now for the Quakers. That was a costly slip up there.
So that's going to be now a punt, right? They're going to punt this one out now.
Yeah, that's a huge break for Bennett. Just a broken down play there for Orchard Park on 3rd down. And they're right at midfield, but they're just on their side of it. So the Quakers Seemingly.
Oh, no. They're not going to punt. They're going for this.
All right. Now, yeah, they're going to go for it. 4th and 6 from their own 49. 4 minutes to play in the third. And I think they might just be looking to get a Bennett jump here. And now they're going to go into punt formation. Kirk going back. And Bradbury going to return it for Bennett. Gets the punt away. And he's going to return it from his own 35. Gets across the 30 and now out to the 40. And he gets tackled after crossing the 45. We got a flag, though, down around the Bennett 30 as there's a Quaker down on the field.
Yeah, it looked like Cameron Heflin had the big hit right there. And they're going to call this that defensive like that hit.
Hitting a defenseless player, blocking the back, something like that. So he's down on the field.
It was turned to the side. He thought he got him right there, but that's where that flag went up, and that's exactly where you see him down. Just hope that player's okay right now.
So while we have the injured player and the trainers are out looking at him on the field, we'll take a quick timeout, get a message in from our sponsors, and be right back for more action. Orchard Park leads Bennett 14-6. Stay tuned for more here on WNY Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. John Simon, Tom Prince here, coming to you live from All High Stadium for tonight's AA Section 6 matchup between Bennett and Orchard Park. Quakers currently leading 14-6, and just after a punt return for Bennett, Ahmad Bradbury's take negated due to a personal foul. It was hitting a defenseless player. Happy to say that Keegan Mancabelli got back up on his own feet just as we went to our commercial, and he's back on the Quaker sideline and okay. But that penalty certainly negatively affects this Bennett offense. They back up all the way to their own 16. It's a loss of about 30 yards. But on 1st and 10, we get a big run here from McDuffie. He crosses midfield and all the way down inside the Orchard Park 45. That's the biggest carry we've seen from either side so far in this one, Tom. And that might be the spark that this Tigers offense needed.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, Aiden Dempsey may have made a touchdown-saving tackle right there along the way. But McDuffie comes up big right there for his team and makes that spark that they're looking for. But I'm going to tell you, again, I can't say it enough, Key comes up big with blocks right there to open up holes.
Key stays in at fullback. McDuffie at tailback gets another carry and maybe gets one there, but ran right into the scrum of both groups of linemen.
We got a scoring update from Frontier. As Frontier has scored, Lancaster leads 27-14 over Frontier.
Inside 3 minutes to play in the third quarter in this one. Fast-moving game tonight at All High between these two teams. Some wind tonight, so they've had to keep it on the ground a lot. 2nd and 10, no gain for McDuffie on that last carry. And now we got a huge jump on the far side of the field by the Bennett bench. That's Kevin Lewis jumping the gun on that one. So that'll bring Bennett back 5 yards and bring up 2nd down. Bennett, plenty of time to work with. No rush to get anything done before the end of the quarter. They're only down 1 score. Would just need a successful 2-point conversion to tie this thing up with a touchdown. Nearing 2 minutes to play in the quarter. 2nd and 15. Davis the third dropping back. Looks down the left side of the field again, trying to connect with Kevin Lewis. But that one just goes by him incomplete.
Yeah, overthrown on that one. But, oh, no. So a chop block against Bennett right there.
And that's another tough pill to swallow. This offense just backing themselves up more and more after they got that big run just a few plays ago from Al McDuffie. And they're going to back Bennett up all the way to their own 40. So they are going to need to pick up 30 yards to get this first down here. They'll have a couple plays to do it. It's going to be second down. But this is quite a big, couple setbacks for this Bennett offense, like I said, after a huge play, one that they hadn't gotten throughout the whole game to this point.
Yeah, so you'll see them probably go to the air here, look for something right now to either Lewis or Bradbury is going to be out there.
Got to think the way you look at this is just get 10 yards each play. You get into 4-down territory, it's 4th and 10, but, yeah, they got to start taking some shots. They got 4 wide here. Davis the third dropping back, looks to the left side. Again, it's Lewis down the sideline. It was nearly again intercepted. Aiden Dempsey looking for his second pick of the night. And he had an impressive interception just a few minutes earlier, Tom, and he's kicking himself after that drop.
Telling you, hey, Conley Cup guys are looking at, we may have a defensive guy here come up big is what he's looking to do. Aiden Dempsey looking to make his mark where he almost gets that second interception of the game.
And Orchard Park's got to know almost every time that Bennett's looking deep now, Tom, that they're going to be, their first look at least is going to be for Kevin Lewis down that sideline because they've done that, 3-4 times already now.
Which I'm shocked at this point is that then there got to be some single coverage against Bradbury or Jaden Lewis. Like, why aren't they looking those other ways? Because there may be some matchups they can take advantage of.
Yeah, you got Lewis and Bradbury to Davis the third's right at the bottom of your screen. Lewis still at the top on the left side there. He's able to complete it. That one is to Jaden Lewis, as we said, and he's able to pick up about 18 on that reception.
See, they're doubling almost over there every time Kevin Lewis. You've seen him doubled. You've seen 2 guys around him every single time, which means there's going to be single coverage against somebody. You still got Jaden Lewis. You still got Bradbury out here. That's why I was shocked they weren't looking to them earlier. That's a big play. Look at the chunk that right now you go to Jaden Lewis, what happens. I think they should have been looking even for these guys long before this happened.
So they'll bring up 4th and 12 for Bennett. They're on the Quaker side of the field after that big reception from Lewis. But they'll still need to get considerable yards here to keep this drive alive. You're in 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Oh, and they're going to punt here. No, it's going to be a run. Lewis going to get across the 35, but goes out of bounds. And that will be a gain, but not enough to be a first down. That'll send the Quaker offense back out onto the field.
Looked like Sullivan came up big like that as the one who slowed him down over on the other side where he actually went out of bounds after Sullivan met up with him. But big stop right there. But Bennett almost does a great job, right? We're talking 2nd and 30 and still almost came up with it.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to. They were in punt formation, but it seemed like they were going for that one the whole way. And Lewis almost made it happen. Made a couple nice plays. And you know what? They didn't give Orchard Park an easy starting spot. Got my tongue twisted up there. First down carry. No gain for Sullivan. And we'll see if Orchard Park
was the first one in on the tackle on that one. They did a great job of getting penetration into the backfield so that they couldn't make a big run right there for Orchard Park.
Yeah, 10 seconds and running now in the quarter. Quakers in no hurry to get a playoff, so it looks like that is how we will end the quarter. Through 3 here, Orchard Park still leads 14-6. Again, a scoreless quarter. The odd quarters in this one, no points. But we'll go to a quick break. Stay tuned to WNY Athletics for more 4th quarter action. We'll be back here on WNY Athletics.
At Kaiser First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery fast.
Welcome back. WNY Athletics coming to you live from All High Stadium. Fourth quarter underway between Bennett and Orchard Park, and right there on 2nd and 10 we see an unattempted pass for Dylan Evans, but it's incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Quakers.
Almost a great play by both players, right?
Yeah.
Defensively, Lewis almost comes up big again, but Evans also almost does a great job and make a fantastic catch right there.
And this has been just a little bit of a stalemate between Orchard Park and Bennett. Quakers looking to improve to 5-0, finish off the regular season undefeated. Tigers looking to win their 4th straight game and head into the playoffs with a huge home victory over a division rival. Going to be 3rd and 11. Casella takes the snap, looks, throws, and that one incomplete. Was looking for Jeremy Copeland, had him open too. Just had his receiver turned around a little bit and just couldn't connect.
Yeah, it looked like he was turned more to the Bennett sideline right there, and if he hit him that way, that could have been a touchdown right there for Orchard Park.
Yeah, seen that a couple times throughout multiple games, weeks this year. Just receivers are open on their route. They just get a little twisted up, and the throw isn't able to connect with them. But that'll bring up 4th down. Orchard Park seemingly going to punt this one away. It's going to be Bryce Kirk from around the Quakers 20. Bradbury and Dominic Howard back for Bennett to return. Gets a nice punt away. It's going to land around the 35 and take a great bounce. Bradbury has to pick it up from inside the 25. Goes out to the right, gets past the first few Quakers, now jukes around a 3rd, and he's got some space to run. Out of past the 40 and 45 before getting pushed out of bounds. But a nice return there for Ahmad Bradbury. Picks up about 20 yards on that punt return.
Turns something completely that looked like was going to be a lost bad yardage right there and turns it into a great starting position here for Bennett.
Well, that's the thing for the Tigers, Tom. They've gotten some great starting positions with their offense, especially here in the second half, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on much of it.
Well, remember, last one it was penalties that did, right? Almost came back from it, but I'll tell you right now, I think you stick to the run game right behind your fullback. That's been the key to success so far and what's really opened up their offense.
Yeah, they got a 32-yard run from Al McDuffie on the last series, but as you said, penalties pretty much wiped that thing out. But that duo in the backfield of him and Edgar Key, the third at fullback, has really done some damage for Bennett here tonight. 1st and 10, going to hand it off. It's going to be McDuffie. He makes a nice cut, and now he's over midfield and past the 30. Now inside the 25, tried to shake away, but finally gets caught up to and brought down by a pair of Quakers. But we said it before, the last series started with a big run from McDuffie. We get another one there, and that's got Bennett just near the red zone of Orchard Park.
Yeah, and that tackle was number 88, Trevor Lagoda, as he's the one who makes the big tackle right there. Got a score update for you, a new one, as Olean has a 14-0 lead over Maryville.
And now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22. It's going to be a handoff to Pearsall, the freshman back getting that one. And it looks like they're going to mark him down as a loss of 1, maybe a half a yard. So Bennett taking a small step back after getting the big gain from McDuffie. But it looks like they're keeping Pearsall. Oh, no, now they're going to flip him out for McDuffie. Just needed a quick breather after that big run. Got about 10:25 to play in this one. Tom and I will be right back here at All High tomorrow for South Park and Sweet Home, an A2 matchup with playoff spots on the line. Davis III going to hand this one off. McDuffie going right up the gut. Got back to the line of scrimmage originally, maybe got another yard. We'll see what they mark it.
It was one of the first times McDuffie actually didn't follow Key. Did you see Key was a little farther on the outside? You're wondering if he followed him, could something big have happened again?
So that'll make it 3rd and 9. The 2-yard gain from McDuffie. Again, the Tigers got a great starting spot. They began this drive at their own 45. And now we get a timeout. It'll be a Bennett timeout. They'll talk this play over. This is another big one.
You know, I'll tell you, just to talk to you a little bit about the Orchard Park team as we got a quick timeout. It's amazing how many siblings are on this team from teams that you talked about that went through all these years that are out there. Liberatore, Bartolotti, Mencabelli, Dempsey, Rush, Irizarry, Crescente, Rapini, Sullivan, Dietz, Papke, right? I could go up and down the list of all these guys that have had older brothers go through the programs out here, and you can really see that football's been in the family in Orchard Park, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and this Orchard Park team looking to, get back to supremacy in AA where this program was for a long time. They haven't really left. They've always, stayed in the mix. But as you said, in recent years, this has obviously been Lancaster's class as far as Section 6.
But remember, it was Orchard Park until Lancaster
right.
broke in, right? Someone's going to be stepping up. The question is, who's it going to be to eventually step them up? But I'll tell you, one of the best coaching staffs in Western New York is that Lancaster coaching staff, and they really have been top-notch ever since they've been put together.
Well, both teams back on the field after the timeout. The Tigers needing 9 on this 3rd down to keep the possession going. Davis III looks to the right side, throws it, completes it, and able to shake away from a couple tackles there was Lewis, but he's finally going to be brought down.
Davis's pass is complete along the far side of the field. Number 13, Kevin Lewis with the catch.
I think it was actually Jaden Lewis who was on the catch on that one.
That was 7.
Jaden Lewis on the catch.
So that'll bring up 4th down. He got a couple yards on that. It'll be 4th and 7. And Bennett, no kicking game really, so there's no field goal, debate to be had here. They're going to go for this.
Remember, this is that special teams thing that we said is going to come into play in this game.
Inside 9 to play. McDuffie in the backfield. Davis III looks to throw, and he's picked off. He was looking for Lewis, but nice hands there from Roman Gasella. And that turns it over. The Quakers get another interception, and this one, in a bigger spot than the last time.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I got to be honest with you, the one down there, they were marching to that he came up in that game. Both of them were big interceptions as Bennett was driving right there. But Casella does a great job of, we've been talking about him in the offensive side of the ball, now comes up big defensively for Orchard Park.
Well, Dempsey's pick was quite the highlight reel grab. It was the one-hander on a deep ball. This time, Casella just seemingly coming out of nowhere to snatch that ball. And that's a huge turnover for Bennett. Orchard Park gets it back as they continue to hold on to that 8-point lead here with 8:48 to play.
I think we're going to see a good, healthy dose of Sullivan right there.
He gets it on 1st down, but he's wrapped up and thrown to the turf rather quickly. There on the tackle for Bennett. I believe that was your guy, Rashard Perry.
That's exactly who it was.
Every year there's a Bennett player that's got dreads like that where I can't see the number. It used to be DeJay Perry. I didn't need to know his number.
This is his older brother.
It makes sense because I didn't need to know his number because he was the guy that was faster than everybody else. And I guess what we're learning from Rashard here, he's the one that's stronger than everybody else out there. So a loss of 3, 2nd and 13, and another run up the middle is snuffed out by the Tiger front. That's going to be another loss of yards.
Yeah, Jaden Lewis came up big right there as he gets into penetration and stopped the run right there. We had another score update. This one again from guess where? Jamestown, 42-6 over West Seneca West at the end of the third quarter.
Those Red Raiders, they can put up points with the best of them. Looking to lock up the top spot in Class A. 7.5 to go. Third down and 15 for Orchard Park, and that ball ricochets off a crowd of players. Falls incomplete and a little slow to get up there for Orchard Park was Copeland, but he's on his feet and going back to the sideline seems to be okay.
So now you see with a 3 and out right here, Orchard Park kicking from their end zone right now should give Bennett some very good field position. Now with 7:23 left, it's important that Bennett's got to capitalize on one of these.
And it looks like the wind is blowing from the Orchard Park sideline to the Bennett sideline again, so the Quakers might get a little bit of help here with the wind, but still punting from their own end zone. And they do get it away. It lands right around their own 40, takes a nice bounce. It'll go almost to midfield. Quakers going to down this at their own 49. But this is going to be another great starting spot for Bennett. Again, that's been one of the main storylines for the Tigers in this one. Getting great starting spots on offense, just not being able to finish.
It was kind of the opposite of what we talked in the first half. In the first half, it was really Orchard Park that had the great field position, right? And you've seen them not having that same field position in the second half. Bennett now doing the same thing, but no team's really capitalized on it to be able to put the other team away or do something with that field position.
Well, this Bennett team, if they're going to beat Orchard Park, they would have to score more points than anybody has against the Quakers this season. Williamsville North got a 13 against them last week, despite giving up 48 to the Quakers, and that's the most Orchard Park has given up so far this year. 1st and 10 carry there for McDuffie. Goes out to the right for a gain of 1, maybe 2. It's only being 1. But that'll bring us inside 7 minutes to play in this one. Bennett still looking to even this thing up.
I think on the tackle there was number 66, Matthew Boughton, the junior defensive lineman, 6 foot, 285-pounder. Like I told you early on, this is those old teams that we talked about. Size is just unbelievable with this Orchard Park team.
2nd and 9 from the Quaker 48. Davis the third, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, steps, throws, and that one again almost picked off. Was looking for Dominic Howard, but that one knocked away by Bartolotti. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 now for Bennett.
Yeah, our Bartolotti almost got the step in there to make something happen. We got a new score. Actually, it's a final as Springville gets their first win with a 24-14 win over Alden.
Very nice. And we'll, of course, be seeing Springville again next week when they take on JFK at Cheektowaga High School on Tuesday, May 4th.
I won't even see next week. It's still kind of like this week in there, right? Because we're already Friday night, and but we'll be seeing them take on JFK, who's gotten a big upset. We talked about them.
Yeah.
With undefeated Eden right now. We're 35-0 over Eden.
3rd and 9 here for Bennett. Davis the third drops back. Avoids some pressure. Now he's going to have to leg it himself, but he's going to be stopped well short of the first down marker. The refs blow the whistle before he's brought down, but it'll only be a gain of about 1 or 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. But again, Bennett's in 4-down territory. We got to see what they pull out of their hats here.
Aiden Haley, number 50, on the stop on that one, does a great job of making the stop. I don't want to say the tackle because he obviously didn't go down on the ground, but stopped him right there in his tracks.
Well, the Tigers are in punt formation here. They got Jaden Lewis back to punt around their own 43, and he's going to send it away. Might have gotten it off the outside of his foot. It's going to roll around and be down right inside the Orchard Park 30. So this is, Steve McDuffie putting a lot of faith in this defense, and rightfully so. I mean, they forced a 3-and-out on the last Orchard Park possession. They've played great this entire second half, really the whole game. But they're going to need another quick stop here to get the offense the ball back.
Absolutely. And the game right now, it looks like Lancaster will wrap up the number 1 seed as 1 minute is left in the game, and Lancaster is leading Frontier 34-14.
And that, of course, would seemingly knock the Falcons. Actually, it would knock the Falcons out of playoff contention. We were talking about that earlier. Clarence just need to get a win at Hutch Tech. 1st and 10. And it looks like that's going to be a run for Sullivan. Got maybe 1 on that one. And even if Clarence loses at Hutch Tech, they would still be 2 and 3. But with the win over Frontier, they get in. So, yeah, the Red Devils making out huge on that Lancaster victory.
And that's what Frontier, it was a must-win for them to make anything happen. And unfortunately, but I will say this, Frontier, great year. Have definitely a team to watch out for. We knew they were going to be on this stage. We knew they were going to compete for a spot in the AA playoffs, and they absolutely did. And it came down to the second half against Bennett.
2nd and 8 for the Quakers here. Casella dropping back, able to get that one away, but it sails over the head of Dylan Evans into the Quaker sideline.
You're just getting the feeling like, right, is it just going to be one play? Could it be whoever has the ball last, right? Is Bennett going to either tie it up and try to tie it up with a 2-point conversion, or will Orchard Park be able to do something as far as score the play here to be able to put this game out of reach? That's the difference right now that we're talking about. It's one drive right now that could be the difference.
Casella takes the shotgun snap, looks to the right side again. He's able to complete it and able to shake the tackle. There is Dempsey, and he crosses midfield for a 1st down and then some. And that gets the 1st down the Quakers needed. They're in Bennett territory. They move the sticks. And with the clock inside 4 minutes, they are getting into the territory right now where they are going to be in a very comfortable spot to come out of here with a win, especially, Tom, like you said, if they can finish this drive with points.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you, Aiden Dempsey has been huge today. He's come up big on both sides of the ball.
And I thought he got into Bennett territory, but they're going to spot him at the Orchard Park 49. Still a 1st down, nevertheless. Casella got 3 receivers out wide to his left, and then Evans at the bottom of your screen. And he's going to hand it to Sullivan. And might have gotten a yard on that one. But Bennett able to wrap him up quick.
It looked like on that tackle was Jason Guan as well as Cameron Heflin were the 2 on that tackle right there.
So that'll bring a gain of 1 for Sullivan. Makes it 2nd and 9 from right at midfield.
See, it may have only been 1 yard, but look at what it's doing to the clock right now, right? The clock just keeps ticking, and right now that's in the favor of Orchard Park.
Sullivan going to get another touch here, able to get through the middle of the line and out to the 45 of Bennett. That's a nice gain of 5.
And Bradbury comes up with the tackle on that one.
So that keeps the clock moving for Orchard Park. They'll assumingly take it inside 3.5. And no matter what happens on this drive, they'll at least get it inside 3 minutes to play. 3rd and 5 from the 45. Casella again taking his time. Sullivan remains right on his hip, and he's going to get it for a 3rd straight play. Again, gets a short gain, and that'll bring up 4th and about 3.
And it looked like it was Davis the third right there who came in from the outside. I think it was either that or it was Heflin. I'm sorry, I just couldn't see. I saw the 2 right there, but I couldn't tell if it was just a 2 or 12 on that. But does a great job of coming from the outside to make that tackle right there. 3:06 left in this game. Big 4th down right here for Orchard Park.
And Bennett called the timeout there. Their defense going to talk things over here because, like you said, Tom, this is a huge 4th down play for both sides. For the Tigers, if they don't get this stop here, timeouts that they have left aside, Orchard Park is going to be able to run this thing down close to about a minute and a half or so with timeouts. So they need to get this stop.
I'll tell you right now is I'm still not going to be surprised if this is a handoff to Sullivan right here.
And I'm almost curious if you're Orchard Park, Tom. I mean, are you confident enough in how well your defense has played tonight and all season, where you just try to pin Bennett back deep and, just let your defense win this game for you?
But a first down, what
That-
could that do?
right.
Could literally, it could come very close.
It seemingly
to,
ices the game for you. And, mentally, that Bennett defense has got to be, that takes a little bit away from them if you get that first down. But we will see what happens here. This could be the biggest play of the game. 3:06 to go, 4th and 2 for Orchard Park at the Tigers' 43. Quakers holding on to that 8-point lead. Casella takes the snap, hands it off to Sullivan, tries to go up the middle, and he is stopped. Not even close to a first on that one. And that's the big turnover on downs Bennett needed. And they will take over with 3:01 to play in this one, down just 8.
And Perry comes up big again right there with a stop right there to give Bennett the ball. And I'll tell you right now, what you were seeing was, I expected there to be a run right there because what you're trying to do is still take time off the clock right there. Still only takes 8 seconds off the clock. You've got 3 minutes right now for Bennett to be able to do something. Still more than enough time to run the ball, but let's see how they go.
Going to start from their own 43. Davis, they're looking to throw it, completes it to Howard, and he moved back a little bit there trying to shake his defender, and that's not going to help Bennett. That's only going to end up being a gain of about 2.
But still, positive right there. But what happens here was just a benefit to Orchard Park. Look at that clock. It keeps ticking right now as you see it, 2:37 and counting.
Again, Davis the third dropping back, throws to the right side, hit his target right in the chest. He was looking for Howard again, but that one falls incomplete.
Looked like Howard slipped on that one
Yeah.
and really came up. But, boy, I'll tell you, what Davis did was, even with the slip, still put it in his hands and gave him an opportunity to catch that ball.
So that stops the clock for Bennett at 2:32. They'll be going for it on 3rd and 8 here. And I don't say going for it. I mean they'll be looking at a 3rd and 8 here. Davis the third under center, takes the snap. Looks deep down the right side. Again looking for Lewis, and that one looked like it was intercepted, and it was.
Yeah, guess who?
It's his second of the game. Aiden Dempsey getting in front of that one. It's the 3rd one overall for the Quaker defense. And like I said before, Tom, now with them getting the ball back, the Quakers just a first down or 2 or maybe 3 away from getting this one, in the books.
Dennis Sorrow, you hear that phone ringing for the Conley Cup? Because I'll tell you right now, Aiden Dempsey has been the one stepping up big right here for Orchard Park with his 2nd interception right there of the day. Wow, what a job he's done on both sides of the ball, because he's also had some good big catches too. Both sides of the ball, he's come up big, and you'll see Orchard Park just try to take this clock down. It should be runs right here to Sullivan.
Sullivan gets the touch on 1st and 10, as you said. Doesn't get much of a gain, but that's not really the MO of the Quakers right now. It's to run this time off. They do want to gain some yards, need to get a first down or 2 in order to finish this one off, but Orchard Park.
I don't even think they need more than 1 first down, John, right? I mean, 2 minutes right here.
Right, I mean, Bennett's got at least 1 timeout left.
That's why I says they may only need 1 first down to really definitely put it away.
Well, we'll see what they get here. It's 2nd and 10 from the 29. Gonna hand it to Sullivan again. He's able to juke his way back to pick up a couple yards, but is brought down. And we get a timeout called. That stops it at 1:34. So Orchard Park, assuming they don't give up any more points in this one, they would finish the regular season with just 28 points against in 5 games. That is a staggering number, an eye-popping stat for anybody watching at home.
But what makes this very interesting is we could see next week just a flip where Orchard Park is now the home team, and Bennett will have to go to Orchard Park and try to win a playoff game.
And these two teams have played each other twice in each of the last 2 seasons, once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. Each team getting a victory, or getting a playoff victory in each of those years. Orchard Park got the win last year in the playoffs. Bennett won in 2018 right here at All High. And like you said, we could get year number 3.
And the year 2018 at All High, they had lost the regular season matchup to Orchard Park in that season too.
And Orchard Park, as I noted earlier, swept Bennett last year in the regular season and in the playoffs, got 2 wins. They're on the cusp of getting their 3rd straight victory over their league rival. 3rd and 6. Casella going to run it himself. Gets ahead for a couple, but is stopped short of the first down. And now, with 4th down coming up, the Quakers got a decision to make, and I would assume they'll punt it away and trust their defense, but you never know. They could pull something out of their hat here.
Yeah, I don't know if this is much of a decision. I think you're going to see the punt right here happen.
Yeah, their defense has been spectacular, and, Kirk has done great with, his 2 extra points.
Oh, wait a second.
The kickoffs. Yeah, maybe they're trying to see if they can get him to jump.
Yeah, draw them off sides. And like they did, if you remember last time, they went into this.
And if anything, it's just killing clock, too. So that's the smart play for Orchard Park.
Or you could see them call timeout right here just before the, And
that is what they're going to do, Orchard Park using the timeout. But they killed 20 seconds off the clock there, just waiting to run the play or not run the play. And now they're going to send this one away. And Bennett, they're going to need – I don't want to call it a miracle, but they're going to need a miracle in order to get this one to keep going.
Wait a second. With the guys that can return the ball here, I don't consider anything a miracle. They are capable of taking a kickoff or a punt return and be able to run that back. They're that good, these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything can happen right here.
But as I said, Kirk has done a great job all night keeping whether they're punts, kickoffs, anything, he's done a nice job keeping them low. They hit the turf. These guys haven't really returned anything out of the air, and even a couple times he's gotten them on their heels a little bit. They've misplayed them and had to go back there. So we'll see what kind of punt we get from Orchard Park. But like you said, Bennett certainly has the speed, the athletes to hit you with that home run play and tie this thing up in the blink of an eye.
We had a scoring update from Depew as Depew wins 26-6 over a tough Newport team. Pagano, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions for Depew.
So we see Kirk ready to punt. Bradbury and Howard back inside their own 40 to receive for Bennett. And we get a whistle. It was a low punt from Kirk. The whistle occurred.
I think
just
that whistle
before it.
came. I think he heard the whistle, which is what caused that punt, but it's going to be a false start against Orchard Park.
So that'll back the Quakers up 5. That will help Bennett a little bit. However, that took about a second and a half off the clock. So the Tigers lose that, but they get 5 yards here on the Orchard Park penalty. Howard and Bradbury now just past midfield.
46. 46. Yep. There you go. Okay, guys.
So they put some time back up on the clock. There's 46 seconds left. 4th and 8. Orchard Park going to punt it away. And that one just away. It's going to be returned by Howard at the Bennett 35. Still running laterally. Now he tries to shake some Quakers, but they're able to bring him down. And that took a lot of time off the clock, Tom. 13 seconds got run off on that play. And now Bennett's offense coming out with just little time.
Riley Shea comes up big on the tackle. He's the first one there for Orchard Park. So 33 seconds right now. Bennett, you would think, is going to have to go to the air. What we're going to look for is, right, should be looking for both Lewises right now.
We've seen Kevin Lewis make some big plays in the reception game along with Jaden, but really the 2 biggest offensive plays we've gotten were runs from Al McDuffie. Recently, when we've seen Antonio Davis III go deep, he's been intercepted. So we'll see if they can rebound. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Drops back, throws, is able to complete it to Howard. Orchard Park just has to keep him in bounds, and the ball might have come out there as he was being brought down.
Pass is complete to
And
Dominic Howard.
Orchard Park's defense just going to get back and protect the deep play. 15 seconds and running. 2nd and 5. Davis the third drops back, looks to throw it out, completes it to Lewis. Again, he's got to be kept in bounds by the Quakers. Looks like they'll do it. Clock still running. And with 1 second to go, that is how this will end. The clock runs out on the Tigers, and the Quakers of Orchard Park take this one 14-6 to improve to 5-0 on the regular season, and they will take that record into the playoffs. Bennett, of course, dropping to 3-2, but they will still get into the postseason as well.
Well, we pretty much know the seeds, right?
Yep.
Lancaster will be 1, Orchard Park will be 2, Bennett will be 3, and Clarence will be 4. It looks like is where it's going to land. And boy, we see this matchup. Listen, 1-score game, right? Now both teams understand each other a little bit, know what each other's going to bring. That makes next week's matchup a huge one, as this time we'll flip it and go to Orchard Park, and Orchard Park hosts Bennett.
And I almost wondered, Tom, I was talking about, this game with Frank Wolf yesterday. Both these teams had to know that there's a possibility that they're going to see each other next week. Do we feel like maybe some things were kept off the table, some plays weren't run, just because they know next week's game the stakes are going to be that much higher than they were here tonight?
Absolutely. But I'll tell you, on the flip side, right, it could have been either way. If you won or lost this game, it could have just been Orchard Park dropped to the 3rd seed, and Bennett would have been the 2nd seed, because Orchard Park would have had the win over Clarence.
Right.
So it just would have flipped on who's going to be the home team. So here you go. You got two teams that have matched up very well right here. It is going to be a great matchup to see next week. Watch out, because we got some stars that stepped up today.
Yeah, Orchard Park will face the same Bennett team back at home next week in the first round of the playoffs. But we will be ourselves right back here tomorrow for an A2 matchup between South Park and Sweet Home. But that will do it for us tonight. For Tom Prince, I'm John Simon. Thank you for tuning in. Orchard Park, again, 14-6 victory over Bennett. That will do it for us tonight. But please tune in for more high school sports action next time here on WNY.